Okay, so we're live. Hi, everybody. Welcome to our live stream. In this live stream, we're going to be discussing best practices when using Smart Notebook and ways that can make your lessons more engaging and more interactive for your students. So right now, I'm just going to present my screen here. All right, so when you open the Smart Notebook, this is what it looks like. And so what I did was I opened a page and I started to type. Now, how do you do that? On any Smartboard page, Smart Notebook page, you double click and you start typing. You don't have to wait for a box to appear, right? So you just double click and you start typing on your keyboard and it will put text there. You can double click in a box you typed and edit it at any time, right? So here's the first page here. Now I picked the sandcastle theme just because summer is over. Where is all of that found? There is a gallery here on the left. If you click on the icon that looks like a picture frame, the gallery will come up, and what I did is I went to Gallery Essentials and I typed in themes. There are themes for every holiday. But if you wanted to type in paper and then hit enter, and so I typed in paper, and so there are folders now with paper in them. So let me add a page to this, and it starts to look like Google Slides or PowerPoint, where we have pages on the left. So here you just add a page by clicking the piece of paper that has a green plus on it. At your laptop and you hover it over it, it would tell you what it does. So here, there's that type of paper. There's parchment paper. There's so I think the good use for these is creating lessons. If you change the background, automatically the students will think, okay, we're on to the next thing. So changing the back in a more notebook activity, changing the paper helps. But besides that, there is have you played that game where you have to so you can do that in the year or just as they're coming in the morning? There's also different types of grids, right? So here's graphing paper right here, really big ones. Here's a smaller grid. And what about handwriting? You could put paper to practice. Now, with each of these, you would just add page and bring it out. Right, add page, bring it out. And there's also down here, as we start looking, there's different types of graph papers. So you'll just want to take the time to look in there. Again, that's the Gallery Essentials. You click the little icon that looks like a picture frame. And if you go to Gallery Essentials and you type in paper or themes or graph paper, graph, if in a lesson you need a dice, or dice, I think you can say either. Um, you can bring that up. So let's try right now. I can show you their interactive things as well. So this folder with interactive, let me add a page. So here's a guitar that makes a noise. Oops. There we go. I was just being very impatient. I hope you can hear that. When you strum, you hear a guitar noise, right? So besides those, okay, let's go ahead and add a blank piece of paper and I can show you the settings. There are default items in your taskbar, but if you would like to add more items, like what I find very useful is to have full screen up there automatically so you don't have to do 3 clicks to go to full screen. So one of those choices is down here and they're alphabetical. So I'm going to go to the apps. You just drag what you want into the taskbar here. Line, line. There's my blue line, and then you drop it, and it's already up there. If you change your mind, you can drag it back into the box at any time. Again, the settings is up here, in the upper right. So now when I click full screen, it goes straight there. Before you had to do a couple clicks to get there. Anytime you have full screen, you'll have this box that tells me I'm on page 6 of 7 in my notebook file. And to get out, we would use the X feature. We would exit out that way. I wanted to show you here, once you write any item, so if I were to write that and you click on it, you will see a drop down arrow. There's a handwriting to text feature and simple way of making a lesson. Then you write it out and change it to text. A very simple way. Then if you didn't want to type it out in your keyboard, you can of course delete it. Lock it in place. Locking it in place is important if you have a bunch of things that you're working with and you don't want those other items to interfere with it and drag it along. So here, if you press the handwriting text, it'll recognize it. Another feature that's pretty impressive is called the infinite cloner. That just means you can pull out of this as many items as you want. So if you're doing like a sorting activity, or kindergartners are doing patterns, right? And you'll have a jack-o'-lantern, a witch, a cat, and you want to infinitely clone them so they can drag it out of the box. Make it A, B, and B, right? Cat, witch, cat, witch, cat, witch, all right? All right, and to get out of infinite clone, you just click it and press the little infinite sign, and then click the infinite cloner, and then just delete it. All right, something that the software is very useful with. I know these are. I don't think this let me do it because they're infinitely cloned. So let me exit out and add a blank piece of paper to show you that for sorting, the smart is so useful for sorting. Students come in the morning. What did you eat this morning? I had an apple. What did you drink this morning? Orange juice. Name something in your room. Xbox. Right? Switch. Whatever, right? So, okay, when you go to the dollar store, what gas do they put in there to make the balloon rise? Helium, right? What do humans breathe in? Oxygen, right? What do plants breathe in? Carbon dioxide, right? So, etc., etc. Well, the wonderful thing about the software is anything that you write, as you saw, you can define. So you would make your columns, right? Solids, gases, etc., etc. What do we do? Yeah, we did links. So you can just start dragging items into the appropriate. All right. So wonderful, wonderful, all types of sorting. Thank you for watching this tutorial on best practices when using Smart Notebook. Have a great day. Bye.